Strongly, and welcome to another episode of the week that was. Well, in this week's episode of the show, as always, we'll give you all the highlights from the last weekend's games. 3 games in 3 nights, including 2 on the island Friday and Saturday night. We'll also have some great news towards the end of the show as the Kings again rose up in the CJAHL national rankings. But first, back to Thursday night, and the Kings hosting the Coquitlam Express, a team the Kings hadn't beaten all season long. It was a chance to do it here on home ice.
Wire on a back check, plays it through the middle for Chris Williams joining the rush. Williams centering feed for Richardson, has the room, plays it over to Adair, the shot, scores! Cohen Adair scores his 25th goal of the season on a pretty passing play through some traffic. Williams to Richardson to Adair, back of the net. Kings lead 1-0. And in behind the net, Express still buzzing back to the point. Raj to do his slap shot, scores, tipped in front. And we might have a game again as Cody Michelle gets a tip in front from a Raj to do slap shot from the point.
But all of a sudden, with 12.1 seconds left, goalie on the bench still, 6 Coquitlam attackers out there, they could have a shot here.
12.1 seconds in the Express. McDonald backhands that towards the net, scores! That has to do it. Brandon McDonald scoring his 4th of the season, his 3rd as a King, on an empty net from center ice. And the Kings now have a 3-1 lead with 6.7 seconds remaining.
It was looking like Cohen Adair's goal earlier on in the game might stand up as the game winner, but a flurry of activity in the final 30 seconds of play, including a couple of empty net goals to Stephen Schmidt and Brendan McDonald, made it a 3-1 Kings win over the Coquitlam Express, and for the first time this season, the Kings take the full 2 points. Sean Maguire absolutely brilliant in the Kings net, stopping 25 of 26 shots, very unlucky not to get the shutout, but did get his 12th victory of the season. Now the next night it was over to Nanaimo for a game against the Clippers at the Frank Crane Arena. It was the first time since the trade deadline that the Kings had played the Clippers, and of course now Clippers former Kings Brendan Forbes and Taylor Carmola. Throw in Mike Soanes in there as well, and you had plenty of storylines for this game. Face off to the left of Billy Faust. Adair wins that, although the Clips take it away, and now Josh Bryant. Down for Andrew Gladiak. Cuts to the outside, Gladiak. Shot from the half wall, scores! Oh, Sean Maguire will want that one back bad as Gladiak just a shot on net. I didn't take a tip off anything, but Maguire I just don't think read it. It snuck by him through his equipment. And the game's first goal is a awkward bounce for the Kings. And the Clippers have a 1-0 lead. As Steve Schmidt, backhand attempt just near side wide. A Scar centering dish out in front, McDonald scores! Beautiful work down low as Schmidt's initial shot went just wide. Scarth took it behind and a nice backhand flick out in front for Brendan McDonald. His 5th of the season ties this game up at 1. Face-off will be outside the line opposite the Kings bench. Clippers will counter with Fitzgerald, Kramer, and Phillips. So both teams playing 2 forwards, 1D. In this 3-on-3 situation, although a pass down the left wing intended for Fitzgerald, only found Adair, and then Adair steps around Phillips, in behind the defense, Adair backhand, still loose in the crease, scores! Brendan McDonald knocks home a loose puck in the blue paint. The Kings keep the streak alive, they've won their 9th straight in double overtime. It is a 2-1 Kings victory. Brendan McDonald's 4th and 5th goals of the season helped the Kings defeat the Nanaimo Clippers 2-1 on Friday night. Sean Maguire again picking up the win in the Kings net, this time kicking aside 38 of 39 shots for his 13th victory of the season. Now Saturday night, the final game of the quick 2-game island swing down in Victoria. The last time the Kings were at the Bear Mountain Arena, they disposed of the Grizzlies 10-2. This time, a resilient Grizzlies side would make it a much different story. Oh, he's looking hot already as Taylor Pears as they skated out. Here comes Colton Hansen into the attacking zone. Lawson goes to the front of the net, joined by Chase Kaiser as well. Scores! Colton Hansen, I think it's right in. The Grizzlies take the lead. One just flutters on net. I don't think Emo saw it until it was way too late. The Grizzlies have the lead here. It is a 1-0 game. Brendan Smith at his own blue line. Up to Tegan Ware at the Grizzlies blue line. Now Richardson from the face-off dot. Backhand in the crease. Scores! Pretty goal from Evan Richardson. The former Grizzly took it from the near side half wall. Dangled in on the face-off dot. Undressed a Grizzlies defenseman. And then outweighted Taylor Pears and roofed it on a backhand. Evan Richardson against his former team scoring his 16th of the season. And the Kings have knotted this up at 1. Into the corner he goes. Richardson. He's got Adair in the corner, cycles back down low, centering dish in front of Adair, close, scores! Pretty hands from Cohen Adair, who took a pass in tight, dragged it into his feet, got around Taylor Pears for the go-ahead goal with 4:46 to go. The Kings' leading scorer does it again. It's his 26th of the season. And on the 53rd shot of the game, the Kings take a 2-1 lead.
So a much different story in this one, with the Victoria Grizzlies scoring first in the first period, but Evan Richardson in the second and Cohen Adair in the third gave the Kings a big 2-1 victory. Jonah Emo picks up his third straight win in a power of a net, and the Kings make it 10 in a row. Now the 3 wins also helped the Kings jump up in the Canadian Junior Hockey League national rankings. They jumped up 1 spot to 15th position. Congratulations. They also helped out in the standings as the Kings hold a 5-point lead over the Surrey Eagles and the Cowichan Valley Capitals for first spot in the Coastal Conference. Coquitlam still hanging in there in 4th position, with the Nanaimo Clippers not far behind. And the Kings will be facing the Coquitlam Express this weekend in a pair of games right here at the Hap Parker Arena. It's a Saturday night 7:30 start, followed by a Sunday afternoon 1:30 matinee. And if you can't make it to either game, you can catch them live on 95.7 Sun FM with Andy Welsh and myself, beginning with the pregame show 15 minutes prior to opening face-off. We'll have highlights from those 2 games on the show next week, as well as all the news and interviews from the Kings Kingdom during the last set of 7. From the Hap Parker Arena, I'm Alex Shronsley.